Hey guys, Savage Recovery back for another video. How are my savages doing? If you guys aren't subscribed, do me a favor. If you want to support the channel, subscribe, hit the bell, get all my notifications. Hit a like, comment, share, help me out with the algorithm. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, you can find me at savage_red_studios, where you can see all of my photography. And also I have a Facebook page and a Twitter. And you guys can check me out on Patreon. You guys can also check me out on the Cash App. Let's get into it.
I walked away with my life that night. Two people didn't.
So as you can see, this is the guy that got his arm blown off during the riots in Kenosha with Kyle Rittenhouse, who killed two people, allegedly. So this story is about to be a heartfelt story about how Kyle's he's an evil man, and this paramedic that was there with a gun who ran up on a guy with a gun and pretended to surrender, and then after dude tucked the gun away from him and he didn't shoot him, he then tried to approach dude and got his arm blown off. So now this puff piece is just to show how much of a victim he is to Kyle, because Kyle is such a bad man. And as we go through this interview, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to break down the narrative that they're trying to paint and the propaganda that's in this piece. Let's get into this.
Gage Crates is the only person to survive of the 3 people shot during protests in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
I think about the screams, about the gunshots. I think about everything all the time.
Well, I hope that you think about it all the time, because prior to you being an idiot, you had 100% of your bicep, and then you ran up on a guy with a gun who had already shot somebody because he was shot at and attacked, and you guys chased him, and then you knocked him down and multiple people attacked him, and he blew the other guys away and blew your arm off. So I hope that you think about that decision for the rest of your life, because as a man, when you make a mistake, you have to think about your mistake, and then you have to live the rest of your life not making that same mistake. Because if you make a mistake and you learn from it, then it was a mistake. If you make a mistake and keep repeating that mistake, then it's no longer a mistake, it's a choice. And as a man, you know that you are judged by the consequences of your actions. Whatever you do get consequences for. So the fact that you can't feel your arm and you're always in pain is a reminder of you're being an idiot and you being out there to support those rioters. And the reason that they chased that young man was because he put out a fire of a dumpster that they were trying to push into a gas station to cause an explosion. And he put it out, and they shot him and chased him and attacked him, and then he ran from that attack, and then you decided to join. So yeah, you're the idiot. You made a big mistake. You made multiple mistakes. You were making a mistake that whole run, and then you try to play the victim here because you's a pussy boy. That's what it comes down to. You's a pussy.
Concerned about a call to arms by a local militia on Facebook, the former paramedic says his goal was to provide medical care to anyone who needed it there. When he arrived on August 25th, he had no idea that 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse had also arrived from Illinois. He was also vowing to help people and protect businesses. Both had their cell phones. Both carried medical kits. Rittenhouse had a rifle.
So you see how they paint the picture? He was a former paramedic, and he went there to help people. Okay, so if he went there to help people, why was he chasing down a guy with a gun? That's not what paramedics do. I've never in my life seen a paramedic grab a gun and chase criminals down. Usually the paramedic helps the person that's bleeding, or helps a person that just got shot, or helps a person that just got in a car accident and helps pull them out the car. Never in my life have I seen the paramedic throw on his cop cape and start doing cop stuff. That's how you know that this is some bullshit. The fact that they said, oh, well, they both went there and they both had med kits, but Kyle had a gun. Yeah, when they say that, they don't mention that dude had a concealed carry either. They don't mention that. But after they paint that picture, the interviewer then asks if he had a gun. because this is all about making a narrative to paint Kyle as a monster. That's all this is about, and it's to make this guy look like he's a victim.
Were you also armed?
Absolutely. Like I said, I believe in the right to bear arms.
But that night, Rittenhouse used his firearm, while Grosskreutz had to use his medical kit on himself. This is just before the two came face to face. Rittenhouse is running down the street after his first deadly shooting that night. He falls. He shoots and misses one person. Anthony Huber hits Rittenhouse with a skateboard.
He shot that guy in the stomach.
Huber is shot and killed. 3 seconds later, Grosskreutz goes towards the shooter. He's shot.
So, as you just seen that clip, he was being attacked, and Grosskreutz was the last one to walk up on the dude. And you notice how he pretended like he was surrendering, and then as soon as he started to pull his gun down, he went to grab him and attack him. It's because he was faking a surrender to then hurt. And if he was trying to help, why did he have his gun in his hand? Why, when he was in the hospital, did he tell his friend that the only mistake that he had made was that he should have killed Kyle? Doesn't sound like what paramedics do to me. I've never seen paramedics decide that they should have killed somebody. Never seen it. Never in my life. Not once. Out here in Cleveland, paramedics wear bulletproof vests because they get killed out here. Helping people. But they don't carry guns. Just saying, this is some bullshit. It's a puff piece to paint Kyle, which is crazy because you're supposed to have a jury of your peers, but tell me how the peers are supposed to have a logical or clear slate of a case when there's this much propaganda being painted in the media all the time. How are you able to judge a case without outside influence if they're constantly bombarding you with this crap? I don't know. Doesn't seem like a fair jury to me.
I'm missing 90% of my bicep. I'm in constant pain, like excruciating pain, pain that just doesn't go away.
Hey, newsflash. Bullets hurt. When you play Rambo, you're going to get shot. That's how it works. If you didn't want to have excruciating pain in your bicep for the rest of your life, you probably shouldn't have been running up on dude with a gun. Just saying. You probably should have been a paramedic. You probably should have stayed away until the gun guy was gone and then helped the people that had been shot instead of becoming part of the problem that you were the whole time of this run. But guess what, pussy boy? You're not going to have a bicep because you got blown off from doing dumb stuff. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And right there's your prize for the rest.
I never fired my weapon that night.
Why not?
I was there to help people, not hurt people. I had a legal right to, one, possess it, and two, possess it concealed. I'm not an Antifa terrorist organizer. I'm a mid-20-year-old male. I go to school, and yeah.
So you notice in that clip how he says that he's a male? He doesn't mention the fact that he's a white male. That goes to show you that he knows exactly what to say. Because white men are the problem. And he follows that ideology. Even though he sat there and straight told you he's not part of Antifa, he's not an organizer, and that he goes to school. Most of the people that are in Antifa that get caught doing Antifa shit are rich college students, for one. For two, he said that he didn't fire his gun because he was there to help people. Well, you weren't being attacked, my dude. But you had your gun out. You ran up on that dude with your gun out, right? You brought the gun with you, right? Because you thought it was going to be unsafe, right? So everything that you did, that kid did. Kyle did the same thing you did, except for he was being attacked. You were attacking. But you can see that this guy is full of shit because he clearly does not state that he is a white male who's allowed to have that gun. He said he's a 20-something male, middle-aged male. He refused to use the word white because he buys into that racist, critical race theory ideology that he got from school and that these Black Lives Matter members believe and these Antifa members believe. So that just goes to show you that the disingenuous reporting that this kid is doing, this is just to win his criminal case. That's all this is about. This is all this is about. This is a puff piece to help make Kyle look like a monster. You guys tell me what you guys think down in the comments. Like, subscribe, share. Your guys' support is very much appreciated. As always, guys, stay savvy.